We want to appreciate you for the gift of life. We want to thank you because you are mindful of us. We want to appreciate you because you know that you God and you are in control. Lord, we say be thou exalted in the name of Jesus. Father, we commit this meeting into your hands, O Lord. The pre-resumption meeting. We are about to start. We have been on holidays and you have kept our learners. It has not been by our power, it has been by your grace and your mercy. Lord, we be with you. As we are about to start a new session, and we are starting this meeting, go along with us in the name of Jesus. Let the heavens be opened over us in the name of the Lord Jesus Christ. You know the needs of these learners. Father, may we, at the end of this meeting, do that which is right in your sight in the name of Jesus. Thank you, precious Father. For Jesus' precious name we have prayed. Thank you very much. You can have a seat. Thank you very much. We are moving to the welcome address. Also, once again, welcome our able commissioner, the convener of this stakeholders meeting. This is not the first of its kind. We have been having it and it has been yielding results. I want to welcome our able commissioner for education, science and technology, Professor Abayomi Adelaja Arigabu. Thank you very much, sir. I want to invite for the welcome address the Permanent Secretary, Ministry of Education, Science and Technology, our mother, Mrs. Maria Oluwatosin Olowo. Let's put our hands together to appreciate our Permanent Secretary. We can do more than let's appreciate her, please. Let's put our hands together, please. Appreciate her. Thank you. Education, science, and technology, our father, our mentor, our teacher, the good role model that's taken after steps in the use of education science and technology. Since its assumption of office, it has brought various innovations, especially in the technology area. That is why the founding call name Professor, which is we continue to appreciate yourself. The directors of education here present, ably led by the most senior director in the ministry, who is in charge of the annual stakeholders pre-resumption meeting, Mr. Oluwole Anjekodu, and the other directors in the ministry, our principals general from Remo, Dr. Mrs. Ayodele Omiloju, Ijebu, Mr. Babatunde Yusuf, Yewa, Mr. Taoreed Bankole, Egba Division, Mr. Babatunde Ige. The representative of the State Commissioner for Police, ACP Manga Fagus, who is the state coordinator of the State School Protection Squad. You are highly appreciated for coming. The AMCOS president, our own, Mr. Edward Adekoye, and the Mama Option, Mrs. Folake Onobajo. The zone education officers here present, the LGA secretaries, and the secretaries in the 20 local governments of SESCOM, our distinguished principals, our distinguished head teachers, ladies and gentlemen of the desk, you are highly welcome to this annual important pre-resumption activities stakeholders meeting. Since the assumption of the Honorable Commissioner for Education, it has been an annual event and it has been yielding positive and the desired results. The aim of coming together this morning is to brainstorm on the modalities of the resumption activities of learners, which we are planning to resume on Monday, 16 September 2024. The reason for the learners to be in school is to learn and be good citizens of our society. When we talk about teaching and learning activities, it encompasses so many things. For instance, we have the different thematic areas which our school heads need to concentrate on. We have the learning environments, we have the teaching and learning, we have curriculum and other activities. We also have the impact of leadership on the learning. So these are the various activities which we believe our students will concentrate on to make these learners better.
ìyẹn náà ti wà níbi workspace yẹn.
We've had serious cases of learners being engaged with different social devices. That is the more reason why we are invited the men from the security agencies to come and talk to our parents on the different ways of having security teams in our various schools. We may have a good school head, but if the school head is not supported by good teachers, there is no way the work of the good head will show. That is why we said we need to come here this morning and work minds together on the way forward by which to improve the teaching and learning activities. If we continue to lament, there is no way we will not have challenges. Challenges are part of our lives. We cannot do without having challenges. There is no perfect situation, but we continue to try to make the situation perfect. So I want to encourage everyone present here this morning to move from the book of lamentation to the book of revelation. Let us stop lamenting. Let us look forward. Let us look for a way by which our schools will be improved for better. For instance, we all believe in the higher education potentials of our learners after sitting for the WASSCE and the level SSA. But if the foundation is not well laid, there is no way the learners will perform wonderfully. That is why I want to recall the teachers in our various primary schools to please assist the principals in laying a good foundation for this learner when they are in the primary school. And I hope this morning that by the time we get to the program per se, all of us we have so many good things to take home that will improve our administrative acumen in our respective schools. On that basis, I want to welcome you formally to this annual important stakeholders meeting for the pre-resumption activities of the year 2024-2025 academic session. Thank you.
Thank you.
Leaders, the new leaders. First of all, I want to recognize our own professor. We know him as Professor of Mathematics, and this morning we are now adding another one. God see. In the same way, I want to recognize science and technology, our own dear sister, Alaga Oloko. You're welcome. Let me also recognize the four thoroughly bred. I want to say that they remain a pride in this teaching profession. Our four principals general, Dr. Mrs. Omiyodu, the immediate past president of ANCOPS, the immediate past chairman, Raymond Block, Dr. Yusuf, that's for Ijebu, my own division.
Also, the immediate past PRO, the PG Egba Division, Mr. Ike. And lastly, Adunia Ade, the man with the three caps. And the immediate past treasurer, and by the grace of God, Principal General J. Law, you are also welcome. And I want to welcome also the Executive Secretary Super, my own man, Dr. Michael Lawa. You are welcome, sir. And let me also recognize the representative of the State Commissioner of Police, our own AC. You are welcome, sir. And I have beside me the Oshara option chairman, because I used to know Mr. Shamusi. So you are also welcome on board. My distinguished directors here present, our noble principals and head teachers here present, gentlemen of the press, ladies and gentlemen. First of all, let me appreciate the Honorable Commissioner for Education for actually creating this kind of platform for us as education stakeholders to always rub minds on how best to move education forward. Permit me, ladies and gentlemen, to also welcome into our midst our own delectable essay to the His Excellency on Education, our older sister, Mrs. Rokeshiro. You are welcome. I said we want to appreciate the Honorable Commissioner for actually coming up with this platform for us as stakeholders in the education sector to rub minds on how best to move education forward. And I want to congratulate him for achieving another first in the realm of education. No doubt, this I just have to hold on for my own permanent secretary, Teaching Service Commission, Ogun State, our own assistant, Mrs. Okuremi. You are welcome. So as I was saying, I said this is another first being achieved by the Honorable Commission. Because I want to say that it is during his tenure So I've just talked about insecurity in our schools. Another issue, sir, my honorable commissioner, we want to appreciate you, sir, my honorable commissioner, for your innovations, for the different innovations. And we want to appreciate you for the sanity that has been brought to the education sector. But, sir, we still want to bring to your notice this yearly occurrence issue, and that is our students in the public school now, they don't have the mind of actually writing their WAEC, the WASEC, in our schools. They will only wait until they are promoted to SS3. And the moment they get to SS3, sir, the next thing is for them to find one of these miracle centers to register. It is affecting the tone of discipline in our schools. And they are the one giving our schools bad image outside. Because you see them putting on this uniform of the public school. Whereas they are not writing their WAEC in the school. Sir, with this Odisera, I know that you can actually help us in solving this issue. We have many of them. They refuse to actually partake in the capturing of tasks deliberately because they know that they are not going to write the exam in that school. They are only waiting for us to give them that promotion. And the moment they get the promotion, the next thing is to find themselves elsewhere. Sir, we want the ministry to help us look into this. It's giving us a lot of problem. And I want to say that as educationists, school administrators, our principals are up to the task because we feel concerned. Ogun State has always been in the lead when we talk of HEP, but how come it is not implemented? But sir, I want to say that please, many of our pupils, we all know that the policy of the government is free education. But many of our pupils do not have textbook, especially English language. Because if we are not careful, the teaching of comprehension and summary will go into oblivion in our secondary school. And there is no way these two aspects of English language will be taught effectively, efficiently, without textbook. So please, we want the ministry to help us look into this. Our pupils will come to school without any bag. You see them just bring it to school, cross bag that can hardly contain a pen. And what do they put there? Charger. Power bank. That is what they put in those bags. And the moment we now try to discipline them, the next thing is to call that we send their children away for not paying one thing or the other. So we want the ministry to please help us look into these areas. Let me rest my case here. I believe that some of my colleagues will address one or two things in the course of this program. Once again, I want to welcome everybody to today's meeting. Thank you very much.
Can we appreciate the president of the ANCOPS? Thank you very much. In the course of the delivery of the public messages by the president of the ANCOPS, we have in the house the SA to the governor on primary and secondary education, Mrs. Ronke Shoyoko. Can we put hands together to appreciate her? You are welcome, ma'am. We also have in the house the chairman, Teaching Service Commission, Evangelist Olamilekan Ifede. You are welcome, sir. Thank you very much, sir. We have the permanent secretary, Teaching Service Commission, Mrs. Melucia Oguremi. Who's the answer to appreciate Mrs. Oguremi? You are welcome, ma'am. Thank you very much. And of course, we have the board secretary of the State Universal Basic Education Board, Dr. Mikhail Lawal. You are welcome, sir. We have the state coordinator, Safe School Project on NSCDC, Superintendent Oko Orishawo, Rachel Abiola. You are welcome, ma'am. And of course, you have from the NDLEA, ACN Urakiyo Oluseyi, Assistant State Commander of Drug, Demand Reduction and NDLEA Ogun State Command, ACN Urakiyo Oluseyi. You are welcome, ma'am. Thank you very much. You are welcome, ma'am. Thank you very much. Distinguished ladies and gentlemen, we are moving to the public messages. This time around is going to be the turn of Mrs. Folake Onobajo, the chairman, state option for public messages. Thank you very much.
Distinguished Honorable Commissioner for Education, Science and Technology, Professor Abayomi Ayitabu, Permanent Secretary in the Ministry of Education, Elijah Oloko, the PS Teaching Service Commission, the Chairman Teaching Service Commission, our SA, for His Excellency on primary and secondary education, my board secretary, Dr. Mikhail Lawal, Principal General, State Assistant, all the directors from the Ministry of Education, here seated, the security agencies, here seated, all the CEOs, the NGA secretaries, the zonal secretaries from the Teaching Service Commission, all school administrators, gentlemen of the press, ladies and gentlemen. It is a great privilege to address this important gathering as we prepare for another academic section. I would like to extend my deep appreciation to the Honorable Commissioner for Education for convening this meeting. Sir, your unwavering commitment to the welfare of our schools, teachers and learners has been source of motivations for us all. Thank you, sir. Sir, I want to use this medium to appreciate you for your fatherly role and as well all the leadership of MOES, the board secretary, as directors of academics and school services, all CDOs for the sensitization program we conducted in our major markets in the state. Thank you, sir. God bless you, sir. Sir, permit me to highlight some of the laudable achievements of this administration. Construction and renovations of blocks of classrooms with yellow roof across the state. Regular and prompt payment of workers' salaries. Ongoing payment of leave allowance. Payment of running costs. Payment of examination logistics. Recruitment of Ogun teaching interns. Release of plots of land for state options secretariats with free survey. We appreciate you, sir. God bless you, sir. Release of 10 months. Release of 10 months deductions of teacher savings. God for them. Sale of rice at subsidized rates to all workers. Conduct of first and second term examination by option. Sir, we want to appreciate you for the trust you have in option, for giving us these tasks as major stakeholders, and the ability of this association to conduct credible examination. We really appreciate you, sir. And we have sustained this in the last 4 years. That we really appreciate you, sir. God will continue to strengthen you, sir. Having said that, I want you to know that we have some of them, sir. Regular teachers, permanent teachers. Yes, sir. July and August salary. Please assist us, sir, because we are resuming next week. Then the issue of e-lesson notes or type lesson notes. Please, I want you to assist us to approve. If not e-lesson notes, let us have type lesson notes, sir. The Lord will be with you, sir. Then again, I want to talk on our promotion. Promotion 2023-2024 promotion, sir. The Lord will continue to be with you. I want to commend the efforts of His Excellency. In spite of the high cost of education, he has not watered in providing free but qualitative education to our learners in public schools. As we are looking forward for the commencement of another academic section, 2024-2025 academic section, I want all of us
to dedicate and we dedicate our commitment to the quality education for our learners. Let us be committed to our shared goals by providing quality education to our learners. As we look forward for the productive and successful academic session, wishing you happy resumption in advance. Thank you and God bless you. Option! Solid life!
Thank you very much, ma'am. That has been the sharp short, a good message. Thank you very much. We are moving to item 7, security tips for administration of schools. We have there the Honorable Commissioner of Police of the State, CP Abiodun Alamutu, will be represented, and the State Coordinator, Safe Schools Protection Squad, ACP, Manga, Fagus.
Good morning, everybody. I have special respect for the Commissioner. And I say this meeting is kind of very out in so many ways. It's kindly in the sense that all endeavors in life, even in the farming season, farmers prepare the ground for the farm. In war, countries prepare before they send out martial out as tenants for war. I'm happy this is happening in the education sector, that pre-resumption meeting is being held. I think it is principally to assess the performance in the last academic year while making adequate preparation for the new academic year that is about to commence. Security, as we all know, is part and parcel of every endeavor in life. So it is apt in that regard that we have to be invited and here representing the Commissioner of Police. As you have been told, I am ACP Fecus Mange. I am the Assistant Commissioner of Police Operations of the state at the level. I happen at this time to be the state coordinator, Safe School Protection Squad of the state. For those of you that are very familiar and have been following the news and internet very well, you will be aware that our present IG, who happens to be your son from this state, upon assumption, inaugurated the School Protection Initiative, the police arm. You are also aware that other security agencies have their own versions of this Safe School Protection Initiative. In fact, it is a federal government project and all security agencies and other critical stakeholders are keen into. So I happen to be the state coordinator. We are yet to commence full operation here, but in the next 1 or 2 weeks, because having been inaugurated at Abuja and the squad formed in respective states, several training workshops and exercises have been going. I just came back from Abuja and several are going. States are expected to replicate exactly what is at Abuja in our respective jurisdictions. In Ogun State, this has been put in place, and very soon, in a week or two, after conferring with the government conveniently, I am sure all of you here will be invited because you are stakeholders. It is for you, purposely, that this squad is being organized. talking about security or insecurity in schools, it has become a very contemporary lesson. In our days, schooling, this was not a trend. But now, people have gone so everywhere. They kidnap others for ransom, kidnap people, human beings like them, and sell out. And this has become a worrisome development, particularly in the northern states of Nigeria. When I reported here late last year, I discovered that the situation is a lot better in the state. The state has about the highest number of institutions. Yet, we have not been having much of these security threats. Instructors, who are the teachers, who are the managers, who are the principals, and heads of these institutions, because I think we are working 247 while we are achieving this. Of course, that is not to say we can rule out completely issues of insecurity. We have some institutions here, Tassuret, from time to time, we are called upon, even at night, to run to their rescue. And we've always done that wholeheartedly. As I was talking about the inauguration of the Safe School Protection Squad, it is intended that when we come on board fully, we will be liaising with you people. Because as all of us are aware, security is everybody's business. You, as instructors in schools, the students, the host communities. If a school is endangered, the host community is also endangered. Because incidentally, the students live in and around you. And if they are attacked, it will certainly affect the school. So it is everybody's business, and we expect by the time we hopefully come in, because we will have security to get security information. Timeliness is very, very important because it starts like a clock, but the end result will be very devastating. So we are asking you to have information and to enable us, because we have to make advocacy meetings with you people, stakeholders, staff of schools, students themselves, and even the host community, traditional institutions, and elders of church in all our localities. We have already started this, except for the inauguration, which has not made it formal. Otherwise, we are here holding meetings with these respective groups. Just yesterday, all the student leaders, of course, most of them yesterday were on the tertiary state headquarters were an interactive meeting with the commissioner of police. It was at that meeting yesterday. This is very key. It has come to the stage where schools is better to learn is even taken by government, or if they cannot fence off, but at least where activities are taking place, where structures exist, should be fenced so that access control can be very effective. We are in a time of technology. It is very important and should not be overstressed. That institutions of the government or private individuals, good spirited individuals should come to the aid of institutions, old school and lunar should come. Maybe put security cameras that will aid capture views of identifying happenings in and around us. This is very critical and it is non-negotiable. And some of these things will be giving you by the time they come around. So I heard he was talking about land grabbers. That is a trait that has to do with the government. And if I must say a word about it, in the state here, we are deeply involved in trying to cut the excesses. If you ask about the few crimes that have disturbed this state, I will tell you we are kidnapping, land grabbing, cultism, solving, and so on and so forth. We are the focal crimes we have. And in land grabbing, the land grabbers that have been so far arrested, we always present them to court. So talking about them being released is not a problem. It's not a problem of the police because once we process them to court, if they are released, we also have no power. It is the provision of the law, and we must be mindful because there's a limit to which detentions can even be carried out. So I think it's an issue that was properly addressed. The Commissioner for Education through whom state government and maybe the judiciary come. I want to pledge that we are determined, we partner with you to make sure that our schools are made safer. But one last thing I would want to stress before I leave. I remember in my days in school, in secondary school in those days, there were these ex-servicemen that were hired as security men in schools. In fact, at the time they were like even disciplinarian. If you misbehave as a student, you will be sent to them to give you fatigue, to manually discipline you, and so on. And that was helping. I wonder why in some schools today, if you go, you will have a primary school on holiday, you go, you can decorate, you can even remove the rooftops, and there will be nobody that will challenge you. If we must talk about insecurity and talk about overcoming insecurity in our schools, we must either revert back to that. In addition to CCTV cameras, we must hire security guards that will be in these institutions. They double as informants to security agencies and they call us timely to intervene anytime there's a security breach. Thank you for this opportunity. I look forward and when we invite you, and I will use this opportunity to beg the Commissioner for Education to avail me with the attendance list for this meeting because you people are the critical people, stakeholders that we are going to invite for this inauguration in a very short time, so that I will use that to send invitation letters for who to come. Let's brainstorm on how we can protect our schools. Thank you and God bless.
to sensitize parents in respect of this pre-resumption program for them. So please help me give a kudos to our honorable commissioner for that. Thank you very much. We are not ending with Omida market alone. We are still going to all the other markets. Now, for this short presumption and admonition, to add to what our guy said, just our commissioner, the assistant commissioner of police. Number one, I want to tell our people that I'm sick today. Never give up on a child. I repeat, never give up on a child. Now, the students are resuming. And the life of a child. We have the religious leader, we have the parents, and we have the teacher. Sometimes we believe or we know that sometimes even the religious leader, they might give up on the child, and due to some other thing they are pursuing. That's one area. Sometimes you must have heard, whereby a lot of parents, they give up on a child, that I'm tired, I'm fed up. The last chance of such a child is the teacher, the principal. And so once a teacher or a principal give up on a child, then we are not having a better future. And we not believe that these children, they are the future of tomorrow. As they are resuming, they might have gotten some impact. We should not give up on any child. Number two, now I want to talk about trauma. A lot of child, let's look at this word now, child sexual exploitation and abuse. A child that has been exploited, that has been abused, and is resuming back to school. How do you want up to what we are demanding from such a child? If we add to that injury, then we are adding fire to petrol. So please, we need to monitor a child, look at him, get close to him.
when they come to you as a teacher or proprietor or a proprietor, do we listen to them? We don't shut them up. We have to listen to these students. Because from what they are telling us, they are actually be giving us a good tip. That is why we need to encourage them to always speak up. In case they notice anything, they should speak up. You in turn will be able to contact the relevant agency to register whatever you may have noticed around you. These children, we need to continue to sensitize them, even the school communities, not only the learners, the staff, all our staff. They must know what they want to do in case of any emergency. If any emergency arises in the school, do they know what to do? It is more advisable we have an incident commander among our staff. In case of anything, you know the protocol to activate. He or she will know the right agency to contact. Then, during our parent-teacher meeting, we must also sensitize them. They may notice something. They can either come to you as the teacher, or they can contact the relevant security agency on your behalf. By doing this, Safe School is a collaborative effort from all the stakeholders, be it the government functionaries, as the parents, community, school community. We all are involved. For us, and you know, most of these students, they spend the bigger part of their days in school. That is why the environment where they will be have to be secure. If not, we as the parents, wherever we are, if we learn of any occurrence, any negative occurrence going on in any of our work school, we know we will get distracted immediately. Whatever we are doing, we lose distraction. That is why, as a parent, we are confined to answer math. Whenever you see anything, please speak up. They still in time, they say tonight. We need you to help us. There's nothing we can do on our own. And no security agency can do it on its own. We all are working hand in hand just to achieve security in our school. Thank you.
Thank you very much. We are working hand in hand to ensure safety and security
Drug abuse and illicit trafficking in the society. And my department is the one in charge of sensitization. We go to schools to sensitize before they start. So we used to have problem anytime we times of sensitization. This drug problem is a problem to everybody. It's not only NDLEA. It's affecting everybody. Most especially our youth. They are the vulnerable ones due to curiosity, peer pressure, wanting to learn new things, availability of drugs. So we somehow used to feel bad whenever we go to some school. Even sometimes when we write to them, some of them they are nonchalant attitude. They will even tell us that they don't need the sensitization, they don't need us for now. And sometimes some of them will tell that we have to go to Ministry of Education to get a letter, approval letter, and we don't even have time. We have limited time, so we are not able to do that. So we just leave some school, and then sometimes some of the schools we've been to some school that they have to send us back. Maybe we're just 2 minutes late. They send us back that they cannot. In the time has passed that we have to go back. We left the school, so. Somehow that is something that is really bothering us, because this trust issue is not something that is only a problem to NDLA. It's even a problem to the parents. And then we want to tell you that parents, we need the involvement of parents. Whenever we want to, whenever we are going for this sensitization, we want to sensitize the parent during PTA meeting. Because all these students, they came from one house, and as home is the first institute of a child, so is the parents the first teachers for a child. So they need to be sensitized, because the behavior of a child, it shows the kind of home such child comes from. And then there's one program that we normally do every year during our United Nations Drug Day against drug abuse and illicit trafficking. The essay writing. Those schools that were nominated, before they will even give us the name of the student that is going to represent to represent them for the essay, sometimes it's a problem for us. So also, and then we have seen that it's like the students said, they are not even serious about the essay, because all other states, they have been winning the essay competition, but Ogun State has never won since we started in the section of the program. And then there is more program that the upload training for the teachers to train them. And this program is being sponsored by MTN. It's not that they are going to pay for the program. Is a free training for the teacher, but nobody has ever shown any interest in the program. So all this is a problem, is something that is really bothering us, because so many people, they thought this drug use problem, NDLA is the only one that is being affected. We are not the only one being affected. We need the teachers, the students, the nurses, all the stakeholders. We need their help to help us to fight, to collaborate with us in the fight against this drug abuse. And then what can the teachers, what can they do better to help us in the fight against this drug abuse? You need to have a close relationship with the students. You don't just leave them. Whenever you need to monitor them to know whether they have problem or not, because some of them, they might not open up to you. But when you are close to them, you need to be a friend to them first before they can open up, and then, so that you can know what is bothering them. And then there should be functional counselor in the school to handle any drug problem, and anyone that the counselor cannot handle, you can refer it to our office. And then also there should be an enabling environment, a conducive environment for students to learn. Also, at the school also, there should be a policy that will work against any student that is taking drug or that is having drug issues. All this problem, we all need to fight it together. so that this our state, Ogun State, can be free from drug problem. Because Ogun State it has the highest rate of drug use in the southwest. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much. There is need for close relationship with the students. There should be functional counselor in our schools. We are going to do all that. Thank you very much. Let me invite
State chairman, all other officers that are on the podium here, the principal generals for Remo, Abiko Ijebu, my other colleagues, I sincerely want to appreciate the effort of the Honorable Commissioner in ensuring that every year before the school resumes, there is a meeting of this nature. It is this kind of meeting that has been stepping down the tide of crises or challenges that we would have been having in the school, at least to a great extent. In fact, that of this year has been modified in a way that it is not a jam-packed kind of gathering. It's a gathering of representatives. And I want to believe that's why we are having this kind of audience, the kind of attention, patience, everybody listening attentively to all that have been discussed, all the people here have had to tell us. So I want to thank you for that notification. It's going to help the situation a lot. I sincerely want to say that for those of us in the secondary system, and even including the primary, I want to say this is a great opportunity for us to rub minds together and now prepare for school resumption in a new dimension. Of course, we know the situation of things. One of our speakers, earlier speakers, mentioned it. What is likely to crop up when school resumes in times of transportation. We already know the situation, but then there's nothing we can do but to ensure that we walk over it and we are on top of the situation, like people will always say. And I pray principals in school, head teachers, the grace to be on top of the situation this time around. In this critical economic recession, the Lord God will give unto you. I want to start by encouraging all our school leaders to ensure that the students is made the priority. Of course, we know they are the center of learning, the center of all our efforts in the school. So we should make them priority. No doubt about it. The long holiday, the vacation which the students have had, a lot of issues will have cropped up. It is now time for you to be able to understand the child, because if you do not understand the child challenges and whatever the child might have gone through during the holiday, is going to mar the system and also the efforts that you will do. So you need to understand. Whether you have a counselor in your school or not, I want to thank the Teaching Service Commission that is making frantic efforts to ensure that something is put in place the thing is already in the pipeline, and I'm sure by the time the school resumes, you will have some kind of changes in that regard. That is the effort of the Teaching Service Commission, which I already know. So, whether we have it right now or not, there are teachers that can be of help, even if you don't have professional yet. For professional to go around all the schools, that may be the one they cannot achieve immediately. But at least whatever that is put in place, please make use of it. I'm not so comfortable when I have the LDA woman, the representative of the LDA, to say that there is a kind of a cooperative attitude on the part of our school leaders in terms of bringing them into the school and do the work of sensitization. We need to cooperate with them. All I know is that AMCOS has always been a collaborative body. They have always been collaborating. So to hear the school leaders, and I want to believe if you have been having that kind of situation, you should have reported back to the AMCOS body. They will have taken some steps about it. I'm sure about that. So please, we need a lot of collaboration among ourselves, especially the stakeholders. So let us make sure that we ensure that this won't go on in all our schools. We don't have to turn down collaborators. It is through collaboration that we can achieve a lot of things. The challenges are myriad. There are so much. But notwithstanding, a lot of people are coming up to put their efforts. The effort of the FDAD is something that we cannot just quantify. They have been doing a lot of sensitization for school leaders. So when they want to come into the school, please allow them. You only need the zonal education officer to get informed about it, not necessarily going through all the protocols of writing and writing. Let them know that something like that is coming up. There is a government agency, and so they will definitely allow them. You are doing your job by ensuring that nobody just come into the school, coming to do anything with the student without the due authority getting to know about it. Another one is to ensure that we are in the days of a lot of innovation. Innovation is what you are going to focus seriously on. Innovation that have legal backing, that have authority backing, so that you don't just do things as if the enterprise is yours. No, but ensure that nobody will quarrel with you when you have good innovative ideas. You need it. It will help. It will help the school to foster growth and development, and it will also help you as a leader. Because when you see a lot of success around you, it makes you happy and it makes you to move on very well. So you need a lot of innovation, and you need much of generation of ideas that will help you to manage the school. Managing school in a downturn economy of this nature, it's something that we need to learn how to. Looking out of the box, ensuring you do a lot of partnerships and cooperation, collaboration with stakeholders in the community. It is going to be of great help. So try to explore all these opportunities, and then let us reduce the rate of out-of-school children. Let us reduce it, either consciously or unconsciously. Sometimes we turn some students to become out of school. So let us try as much as possible to be conscious of that. These days, what to preach or what is on is inclusive education. Inclusive in what sense? Even those with special needs, some of them are brought to your school and you still cater for them. I'm sure the director of my economy, when she was at the special, he knows that even my own school at that time, despite the fact that it's not a school for special needs children, we still allow some of them to come into the school and we take care of them. We have some teachers that have understanding of how to handle such children. We use them so that we don't send them away. The only special school that we have may be far away from them. And if we don't allow them, that means such children will be out of school. So inclusive education, let's focus on it and ensure that every child is given that opportunity. And as we do it, God is going to help us. Then support our teachers. We need support for our teachers. Of course, you know the situation now. There we need support. The Yoruba people say, "Kiri agba, komode omo." That is the principle we are going to adopt as school leaders. There's nothing we can do about it. They will look up to us as if we are the solution to all the challenges, the solution to all the problems. That is the way they will look at us. Let's do our best to support them. It is our support that will bring maximum cooperation, that will bring outcomes, positive outcomes in the school system. So let's support them. The support we give will even make us to be the kind of leader that is ready for improvement, ready for growth, ready for development. And no doubt about it, they too, in turn, pay back in terms of the commitment and the dedication they have in service. God will help us in all this area. Then again, of course, there's nothing we can do. I'm so proud of what happened in the Teaching Service Commission in the recent time. And that is having digitalization of distribution of letters. It's something that is highly commendable. Let us clap for the Teaching Service Commission, this kind of idea that has come in. And yes, of course, there's no doubt about it. It will begin to spread all over. It has started with our grandpa, the Commissioner for Education, who is the professor of Ogisera. And the professor of Ogisera has already spread the tentacles to all the other agencies. Very soon we will see SUBEB also adopting that same strategy, and everybody will become Ogisera compliant in all our establishments. Can we just give it to our commissioner, who has tried as much as possible to bring about the concept of Ogisera into Ogun State, and everybody is now imbibing it. The Teaching Service Commission within a space of 3 days, between Monday and yesterday, and even today, almost all the numbers of vice principals, principals have collected their letter without leaving the comfort of their rooms. What a great innovation. What a great innovation that is coming up into the education sector. So these are the things, and also our own principals too. Replicate it in your various schools. Begin to replicate. Look at the innovation. That's why I keep on talking about innovation. Innovate innovative ideas. All the people that are doing it were not brought from China. They were not brought from Japan, not from UK, but they are Nigerians. They are our officers in the service. So we can also make the same thing with our teachers in the classrooms. And I know the Lord God is going to bless all of us in that regard. Compliance to policies, compliance to directives is important. We don't have to cry more than the bereaved. Let us try as much as possible to know that no matter the extent of our love for the job, no matter our commitment, there is need for us to comply with directives, policies that are established, that are meant for us to be operated upon in our different schools. Let's do this, because it is government that has put us in our different schools. As principals, we are an appointee of government. You have been put there. So do not do anything that will work against that policy of government. Try to look at how you can do it in a way that will not contradict the policy. All these are some of the things that we need to make sure that we work on, so that this term, this session will be itch free. You will not have any cause to be recalled anywhere. You stay in your various school, you do your work. Government is appreciative of our efforts. There's no doubt about it. But then we need to also collaborate and ensure that policies of government too are also entrenched in all the services that we render. I am praying that no matter the challenges that this year, the new session may pose, God will make us to be able to overcome it, and we will come out successfully well at the end of the session with good news of achievement all around us in our various schools. Thank you very much, and may God bless you.
Thank you very much, ma'am. The Principal General Raymond Edition, she has been able to charge our head teachers and the principals to comply with all directives and policies that is being laid down by the government, by the chairman, State Universal. Our own pragmatic and proactive Honorable Commissioner for Education, our own Professor of no mean repute, and our one and only special advisor to His Excellency, Primary and Secondary, the Chairman Teaching Service Commission, and Technical, by extension. That's great. That is coming from the Remo axis of the state. They remonize it. And Commissioner is approving it. Fantastic. My PS, Minister of Education, my PS, Teaching Service Commission, Principal Generals, Option Chair, and all directors on the high table, distinguished participants. Good morning to you all. Let me convey my chairman apology for his inability to be at this all-important meeting. We are having visitors from UBEC, and the chairman needs to stay around to sort out very important issues with them. Hence, I'm mandated to be here. And for the purpose of this discussion, let me say that at the level of student, we have started the necessary preparation. For the past 2-3 weeks, our teachers have been engaged in a series of training. Even the last one we invited some education secretaries to be with them on new pedagogical approaches to teaching and learning in our schools. And of course, I want to appreciate our commissioner for embarking on enrollment drive campaign for registration of age 6, even the 3 learners into our primary schools. So you are deeply involved. But let me quickly mention that presently we are also working on all our schools in terms of ongoing projects for the purpose of resumption of this new academic session. What are ongoing in where we have 2018-2019 projects. And I'm happy that with my last engagement with all our zonal chairmen of options, they have reported the situation of projects at their various schools. But we are having issues. We are intervening with junior secondary schools as well. They are doing projects in our junior secondary schools. We still need a feedback from the junior secondary schools where we have ongoing projects or we have completed projects. Please, this can be channeled via your correspondence to the chairman of the State Basic Education. Now, we even prefer to have a photograph of such a completed or ongoing project at our junior secondary schools. I want to urge that all our head teachers and of course all our school administrators, they should be more vigilant this time around the security threat and ensure proper monitoring of our learners, especially during break time. An incident ugly one happened in last session
We are during the break time, the child was kidnapped, and before we know it, the child was killed within the neighborhood of Ijebu East, Ijebu North East. A very young during break time, and the school was in session. In fact, you are at the police station because of that, because Atedewero, they want to even lock up the woman, the teacher who was the class teacher of that young girl. But due to the intervention of the court, we sorted it out with them. So, but what we are saying is that please, as school administrators, let us be more vigilant and ensure proper monitoring of our learners, especially during break time. We must not allow the children to be playing around. As much as we have so many porous situations in our schools, please let's take note of this. And concerning encroachment, we observe that now there is a new development. Many makeshift shops are used as decorations in front of our schools. And some head teachers have been reporting this, but we want all head teachers to report such cases to us, where we have shops, makeshift shops in front of our schools, and which form a security threat. Because when you have shop covering the frontage of the school, nobody will know there is a school there in the first instance. I saw one at Ijebu after this primary school at the main road at the bridge at the end of the bridge, that Ijebu garage. You don't know that there is a school there. They have decorated the whole place with local shop from front to the side. So we are involving and engaging the physical planning office for demolition of this shop. If you have information, please let us get rid of these distractions in our schools. And that's on encroachment. Then I also want to say that the issue of non-payment of our July and August salaries of teachers of primary schools. Let me give you this fact that government paid the money. Government had paid. We had problem with transmission of the money between the appointed service agents that they call interswitch that will transmit the money to various banks. And we had a meeting with that people, with that service provider yesterday. They said they are also engaging a technical partner called VeryPay, who is helping them to fix all monies in appropriate banks. But unfortunately, they did not report back to the government that they are having system upgrade. And they said even for August salary, they clear 7 local government out of 11. But that of July still remain 11 and still remain that 11 local government. But with the meeting that we had with them at head of service office yesterday, there was a mandate given to them that by tomorrow, as I yesterday, they gave them 48 hours. AG was there and General was there. So, and all the parent secretary of local government service commission, local government chieftaincy. So we are all there. We gave them mandate that within 48 hours, they must With that, thank the government of this state, our own father, our own brother, the one that has been making waves. And that's the mission, not for all what he has been doing to make sure that education sector of the state is progressive. You and I will not be here today. And on that ground, I want to thank the only commissioner I know. I don't know any other one. And that is our own professor. I saw FAN in front of his name. And I said, what is the meaning of FAN? I was thinking that it's a fellow manufacturing association of Nigeria. But he said fellow mathematical association of Nigeria. And that's why we are enjoying this era. So when somebody is mathematically oriented, you see so many things in calculation. So can we put our hands together for the only commissioner for education, science, and technology? Any other commissioner is there? I talk about the mirror. I also want to appreciate my good sister. My good sister from the same family is also my wife. I grew to Kusapia. I grew to Shaplapla. And you know the person I'm talking about. What is her name? Yeah. Thank you very much for the good job you are doing in the education sector. I also want to appreciate my PSCs. Is that correct? PS education, PS tester. You can see them very beautiful. They look take away. It's going to take them away. Well, I want to recognize all my PGs that are here, PG Remo, PG Jebu, PG Dewa, PG Eba. But before I recognize, and sorry, board secretary Zubair, representing our own Baba, the Bada of Igbala, and that is Chief Manekodu. You're welcome, sir. I also want to recognize our indefatigable police officer who is here to represent the Commissioner for Police. You are welcome, sir. I welcome everybody on the high table, all the directors from education, all the law enforcement agencies that are here, ANCOPS, offshore, well, everybody here, you are recognized. Well, like I said, we give God all the glory for making today a glorious day. You know, when this kind of meeting is organized, it's about reminding you of what you have been doing before. And also tell you what you can do now because of the situation or circumstances around us. And I know in Ogun State we have competent, reliable, dependable principals and head teachers. Am I right? I think everybody will find with clap for it. If that is true, if all heads of our schools, both primary and secondary, even including technical colleges, if they are capable, which I know they are, and reliable and dependable, all what people have been saying from the beginning of this meeting to where I am now, or to this stage, I know it will be easy for you to carry them out. Am I right? So I don't need to bother myself too much. I know you have been writing down, you have been taking notes. All I need to remind you as chairman of TESCO concerning principals, and I know it's going to be useful for head teachers too, is that somebody mentioned it. Total compliance to the policies of education sector in the state. When I was small, my father, who was a soldier before joining military work, he said, if you do what you are asked to do, you will never go wrong. I don't know whether you have heard it before. That has been the message from my father to me all the time. If you do what you are asked to do, you don't want to do what? Never go wrong. If you do what you are asked to do, what we are here for is to tell you what you should do as we are resuming for the next academic session. Yes, you have been handling the school. Some of you are new principals, some of you are new VPs, some of you are new head teachers. But these things are been on ground for long. The policies, the rules, the regulations. And once you follow it strictly, you never go wrong. And what are these policies? Well, when the commissioners stands up to talk, he will talk much about that. But I just want to tell you, number one is to do what you are asked to do. Please make sure you follow the rules and regulations guiding our schools strictly. Please. Don't do otherwise. Don't say, I just want to use my initiative. Yes, you are there to use your initiative, but don't let your initiative run in contrary to the initiative of the state government. Please, take note of that. Well, let me just run over what I have here. Be punctual. Punctuality is what? If you are a principal or head teacher, and you always come late to the school, or many times you will not be on ground, then you have already given your teachers or anybody to do anyhow. They will just calculate when you are going to be in the school, and they will be doing what? They will be there, you will be there. We have people we call 9-11 in our school. 9-11, you know them? What is the meaning of 9-11? They will come to school 9 and they leave 11. Principals don't allow them this time around. Don't allow 9-11. Allow 8-2. Oh, 7:32, please. Then, like I said, be on guard all the time. If you are on guard all the time, nobody will mess up. Teachers will not mess up. The assistants will not even mess up. Not to talk of students. So please, bear that one in mind. Work harmoniously with your VP. I'm preparing to principals now with your VP and teachers. We all report that many principals they don't make use of their VPs. Before the closing this year, we inducted 375 new VPs that are going to be sent to all our secondary schools. We inducted 205 principals. All of them have been posted already, and they will be resuming anytime from now. Please, principals, make use of your VPs very well. If you don't make use of them, how we are confident that when they become principals, they will perform. Let them make mistakes, correct them, take care of them. Definitely they will grow along the line. And when they become principals, they will be very, very useful. Teachers too. Somebody said, always watch your teachers. Don't be a mayor in the school. When you ever get to the school, it's always, don't do this. Who did it? Who is it? Who is that? Everybody will be running that scared because the principal has taught you. Don't be like, you can never get it all with that kind of leadership. Even a teacher came to the school, and the teacher was in the school yesterday. He was starting. Today you get to the school, you see his face frank. You should be able to act. Don't say, I don't care whether you are okay or not. Whether you want to sick, go to the house. Don't do a bully principal. Because help us in Jesus' name. And please, I'm just reminding you, you know all these things. Improve your working relationship with parent club and all student association. These people have been of great importance and great help for us. Please relate with them very well. Don't join them to explore the school. You know, they said the other time when the boss secretary was talking, they say, remember that education to say is still what? Free. Don't come and tell me. You see, one thing you don't know is that I'm talking to the principal. I don't know much about primary school. These people will come to you. Hey, okay, I think she buy. I think she don't. We tell our children to pay. Yes, they are ready to pay. They know where they are going. Please, when you want to agree, yes, in the school, the leadership allowed parents club to help us. They want to do anything in the school, they will come, they will go to the communication to protect letter of partition. But whenever you agree with them, very, very, very careful. These are the people that will come behind you and come and report you to us. Thank God that the teaching commission will not just have. Not the principal. And at the end of the day, we will now know that those parents, many a times, are the ones having issues. But please, if you follow what you are asked to do, and you are careful about agreeing with them in any situation, you will never be blamed. Please, beware of that. Don't join them to explore our students. Relate very well with your community. Another way we shall. If you relate well with your community, you will enjoy them. Watch out for the development association of that community. Watch out for philanthropists in that community. Approach them if you have any problem. Government is trying, you know. I thank the option chairman when he was atomizing the achievements of the government. You are just looking as if he's the only one that knows that. Honestly, the government today has done very, very well for our children. And that's why you are seeing those innovations. That's why you are seeing those developmental side. Because the people that are doing it are happy doing it. No intervention. I never remember a day when the government tell me this is how to do it. I don't think I have such. We are giving free hand to operate. And thank God for the people that are running the education center. They are sincere people. They are innovative people. They are ready to make waves. They are ready to make sure that things change. And we have just started. We will continue to improve on our performance. We love you. And once we are trying to make sure that you are comfortable, make sure that our school is also doing well.
I was aware that I can see that. I was aware that they have started me. I don't know that it is. We thank God for that. So if the government what good on this God. Thank you very much. Well, I'm talking about students, and I will not leave that point without asking my principal to make sure they work very hard this time around to improve the HEP of our schools. Academic session. And I'm putting it to all the principals to take, especially those who have used 3-4 years in their school, especially those that are handling our flagship schools. If there is no significant improvement on your HEP, you will leave that school. No matter how remain it is for you to finish. I am telling you that one, and I'm saying it publicly. If that I'm not, we are not going to use the former, the HEP of previous years. But whoever that has been in a school for 3 or 4 years, and the next examination, which is why 2025, if there is no improvement, significant improvement on your HPV, you will leave that school. You are telling us that you are not capable to hold that. Let us try another person. That's why I'm telling you, Ali. You want to make difference, you can still make that difference now. Then please, like I said, that you should help us to make sure you relate with our teachers, your BP and students very well. Don't hesitate to report any teacher. And let me remind you, this Japa syndrome as
Well, like I said, I just want to remind you, but what is most important is that make sure you do your work very well. Make sure you don't ask for permission too much. Don't give people permission too much. If anybody that asks for permission too much, ask what is happening. And I believe that if we carry out what people have been saying since, and what I've just added, and what others will say, our school is not our school. Don't forget about what the people in charge of the authority. Schools is very, very important. Discipline our students. But there are modern ways of disciplining them. School, you have to make sure both moral and academic performance are all taken care of. Moral and what? Academic. The two must go concurrently. What do I say? Concurrent. And that's the only thing that God tomorrow and say, ọpẹ́lọpẹ́ teacher ẹ̀ kò gbà fún mi lẹ́yìn ẹ̀rọ ká ló gbà fún mi láti fi ọmọ burúkú. Please, as you take care of these children, I pray this morning, God will take care of the children in Jesus' name. God bless. Thank you very much.
Let's clap and clap and clap for him. I said he's a teacher, the teacher of teachers, and he has been able to display. Mother, Mrs. Ronke Sheyonko, RS. Put your hands together to appreciate her.
Thank you very much. Anyway, Maria, later I want to say good afternoon to all the wonderful future builders in the house. Thank you so much for coming this afternoon. But before I start, can I just say thank you so much to the best General Overseer, the Honorable State Commissioner for Education, because he's our GO. You know, we have different departments, but the GO, if the GO doesn't coordinate it well, it will not work well. And I want to commend you, my brother. The Lord bless you, sir, in the name of Jesus. And I want to greet my brother as well, all the way from Remo. He's our leader, our political leader in Remo. So we want to greet Evangelist Dipede and Bawanda Leo. All the wonderful permanent secretaries, Mrs. Oloko and my darling sister, the Lord bless you, man. Our CP and all the wonderful security personnel in the house, please permit me to stand on every existing protocol because I don't have your names. The principals, the board secretary, the principals generals, I want to thank you so much for coming. All stakeholders at the back, I stand on every established protocol, and our leaders, our principals, our zonal education officers, the head teachers of schools, uh, leaders that build leaders, leaders that build, show the light. Thank you so much, everybody. Everybody has spoken, and I just want to come from another perspective. Number one is this time you have to be sensitive to it. There is economic crisis. A lot is going on in homes. A lot of children are principal now called quality assurance and said, what do I do? Go home, and that child knows, I mean, the stepfather knows that child has come to report. Of course, that child will see hell that day. So please and please, there has to be a good two-way communication when it comes to safeguarding. And under leadership and management, please, colleagues, whatever you want to see in your school begins from you. If you want your teachers to be very assertive, it starts from you. It starts from your senior managers. It starts from the way you handle yourself. It determines the way you are dressed. Because if you don't put your schools in order, why are you telling teachers to go to be in order? Your lesson, and I was quite impressed with you. Praise the one that cannot be praised. Bring them into your office. Last but not the least is his parent. Please and please don't run away from problems. And forgive me now for being to all my Muslims in the house because you came back to me, but I ran away from you. There's something that we normally say in church, and that's Ephesians 6. It talks about you putting your head with the helmet of salvation, and you wear the breastplate of righteousness, you wear the loins of truth, but nothing at the back. That means you never turn your back to your problem. Don't turn your back to your problematic parent. Don't actually ignore your problematic parent. First, see how your problematic parents can become your best friend. Because that person may be going through a lot of hassle. But once again, we're all doing well, and we expect a very, very great year by the grace of God. Thank you very much.
Let's put us. And we should not run away, we should not turn our back. From our problematic that able to achieve what we want to achieve. We should, as a matter of teachers, have a culture of praise. Our appearance determines the way we will be addressed. Ladies and gentlemen, put your hands together again to appreciate our SA to the Governor of Primary and Secondary Education, Mrs. Ronke Shoyombo. Thank you very much. Having listened to the charges by our distinguished stakeholders, we are moving to guidelines on resumption of schools for 2024-2025 academic session. And to do that is no other person than the pilot, the convener of this stakeholders meeting, the one that has been doing great to ensure that the education sector in the state is second to none. So many speakers have said a lot about the Honorable State Commissioner. I remember that Evangelist Ibede said, the only commissioner I know, the only commissioner we know, Abi, he answer, yes. The only commissioner we know. Baba Oji Sarah. You have not just commissioner for example because it's doing the third edition, if not fourth, and it has been yielding results in our schools. Ladies and gentlemen, I have the singular honor to hand over the microphone
to specially recognize our hardworking, dedicated, industrious, unassuming, committed principals of our schools and our head teachers of our primary schools for doing the human excellence. Distinguished ladies and gentlemen of the press, ladies and gentlemen. It is with great pleasure that I address you today at this stakeholders meeting. Is to charge us ahead. We've been doing this since I think the past 3 or 4 years. Every time before we resume, we call you around to remind you that the relaxing, go back and sleep. This time next week, when you wake up as usual, either